I'm a little bit scared, and I'm a little bit worried because a couple of weeks ago, we said that the three of us were all at the Rum and Q launch of the chili caramel sauce, and I mean, you brought a little extra heat to that event, quite literally. In your pocket
Oh yeah.
was a bag of Carolina Reapers, fresh, whole Carolina Reapers, and you know,
From the garden.
a number of from the garden, straight out of the garden. A number of us tried the tiniest little sliver, and I have to say they were reasonably warm, to put it mildly. And then you just popped a whole one, crunched it up, and pretty much had zero effect. So, the next
What
section,
is wrong with you?
the
I
next,
think there's videos that show different. There was a few tears. I think I couldn't stop.
I've got the video. I might put that up on the. Do you mind if I put that up on the page?
No, I don't care.
That was awesome.
So we've got now the section that everybody knows that I am a super massive fan of, where we take our 10 burning questions, and you are the supplier actually of that sauce to us, which is very, very welcome. But Ken, I think we need to get you to you got to take it up a level. I mean, you're a man who can take whole Carolina Reapers. So what are you going to do to kind of take it to a level that says, hey, this might actually be a little bit burny for this man, Ken? What have you got lying around that we can assist the Fire Dragon with?
These have been sitting in my pantry for a while, and I guess now it's as good a time as ever. But my nephew came to visit just after Christmas and thought he would bring these haunted ghost pepper chips. So
awesome.
Why don't I just throw some sauce on there?
I think that's needed, because you're kind of like a Superman of chili here, and I for one think we need a little booster for you.
I'm going a little bit extra this week, Alex.
Are you? Oh,
I opened the bag.
Yeah,
I opened the bag a little earlier, and when I was talking, I got some on my mouth from the chips, and they're bloody hot. So,
well, I'm going to go a little bit extra this week, Ken. I'm just showing you that on the camera here, mate.
I see that. I hope that's a really big cracker.
It's a pretty big cracker.
I'm
probably about, I don't know, maybe a third of a teaspoon on there.
Oh, geez. I'm a bit worried. I think I've got the same. And I do have, this is a larger cracker than I would normally use. It's one of these garlic sea salt crackers, not the little.
The big chip.
Yeah, and that's quite a bit of sauce on there for me, I have to say. So
that's how you spread it. I think you should get a tiny little bit more on, Alex, to be honest.
That's like a third of a teaspoon. That's quite a lot of sauce. I'm reasonably concerned. So, Ken Van Mackelbergh, are you ready for your 10 burning questions?
Getting there.
Cheers, mate.
Ready to go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Let's do this.
Cheers.
It just gets you straight away, eh? No.
Oh, it's right on the top of my mouth. And on the tongue.
Flipped it over and put it straight on my tongue as well. Oh.
Ken, I think we've asked you this before, but I'm going to ask it again. What's your favourite type of barbecue to cook on, and why?
Favorite type of barbecue? I'm going to go with the pit barrel because I'm hoping that you'll see more things from me in the pit barrel in the future. Love the pit barrel, versatile. A few things that I wish it could do, but yeah. So pit barrel for me is the one my go-to right now, and I think you're going to see a lot more from me in pit barrel in the year to come.
I love my pit barrel.
Awesome. Mate, favourite cut of meat to cook and eat, and why?
Shorties. I have to say, I think shorties are my go-to.
Yep.
As much as at least you don't have fucking haunted ghost peppers chips stuck in your teeth.
I think
this one's hot. This was hot.
What were we talking about? Oh, cooking. Short ribs.
Cooking. It's a favourite cut of meat to cook and eat, and why?
Short ribs, definitely.
Short ribs, yep.
There's just something about them. Just that nice beef and fat combination throughout it. And just not overly beefy. Don't have to fuss with them too much. You can get great bark on them. It's coming back. Funny how that goes in waves. Yeah, I got some beautiful ebony short ribs in today. Actually, I can't wait to get on them. So I got a whole case of them in, and they're all center cut 6-bone packs, and they're gorgeous.
Can I please have? Can I have a 2-pack, please, Ken?
Yeah,
thank you.
I did actually also get a case of Carrera Wagyu beef cheeks.
Ooh,
I'll have some of those as well, please.
Yes,
sure.
I might have to order some of those from you as well.
Yeah.
Now I know we talked about the hog, but oh Christ, what's your biggest fail to date? Apart from eating that ghost pepper, I can't believe you got a ghost pepper chip and the sauce. The sauce is hot enough tonight, let alone the ghost pepper.
Honestly, God, my glasses are fogging up. What is my biggest fail? I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I've never had any horrible struggles. I've had some fires, definitely in the pit. I've burnt the hell out of some ribs before. I think my biggest fails come with not necessarily burning the hell out of something or ruining it, but maybe just not cooking something enough. You need to give yourself time and don't rush cooks. And I've done that before, definitely. And just as much as overcooking something, it's disappointing to have it undercooked because it's not a good experience to eat. Yeah. My fucking glasses are fogging up so much.
I think when I get this video up, this could be one of our best videos for people to watch.
You've gone so red, bro. You've gone so red.
I'll have another one.
Questions: fat side up or fat side down for brisket?
Brisket, pit barrel, start it fat side down. Always start fat side down. I don't hang a brisket. I do it on the rack. Same with I always go with the heat source. I start fat side down if it is, but then I do flip it over.
Yeah, wrap and flip it over.
Yeah. So and then finish off later. But I think you need to get that fat breaking down a bit. So I do like to clean a brisket. So much saliva. I like to clean a brisket fairly clean, but I do like to leave a bit of fat on it. So, yeah.
I'll give advice. Don't burp. The burp wasn't good tonight. Like it came back. It came back up the esophagus. Okay.
There'll be other things you don't want to do later too.
Yeah. Strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, you're asking a chef of 20 years the strangest things I've ever eaten.
I'm excited about
to be
this
honest.
answer.
The craziest. One of the I've had everything from like rattlesnake to alligator, crocodile, all these things. To be honest, my craziest food eating experience probably came in New Zealand. Oh, I did the burp. Shit. Have you guys heard of the Hokitika Wild Foods Festival?
Yes.
Epic. Yeah, that was so my first year that I went to Meatstock, the first year of Meatstock, our tour with my mate that came from Canada, our tour took us to the South Island. I'm going to drool. And we stumbled upon, we didn't know it was on, but we stumbled upon the Hokitika Wild Foods Festival. So such a cool event. I encourage people to go and try things out. And I had everything from like hoo-hoo grubs 2 ways to mountain oysters, as they call them. And probably the nastiest thing I had there was these snapper eyeball shots with moonshine. Oh. This is a shot glass of moonshine.
Oh.
What?
And a raw snapper eyeball in it.
Oh, fuck.
That's the best answer we've ever had.
I actually saw people stand there and spew. Oh, don't worry. There's other things there that I didn't try that I'll tell you about right now.
Mate,
so they had a venison booth there. They had a venison booth there. And they had jerky and things. Yeah. So deer, venison. They had they were having jerky and all this stuff. And then I noticed somebody in a lab coat, and they had like this doctor's chair, and people were laying back in the chair. And I read the sign, and it was venison semen shooters. They were using the needle for artificial insemination, and you would lay back in the chair, and they would squirt it in your mouth.
Oh, fucking!
And you didn't do that?
Nope. So we watched one guy in there, and this guy got out of the chair.
And from that day forward, his beard was white, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's way too close to Rudolph for me.
Okay, mate. Best barbecue that's not yours that you've ever had. So, barbecue that someone else has cooked for you.
Best barbecue that's not mine that I've ever had. Yeah, I can think some horrible stuff. Obviously, Matt's right up there with wingless. He knocks out beef cheeks like no other. I think you guys have tried his beef cheeks before. Same with his Alabama white sauce is just off the charts, so good. So yeah, I definitely have to give that to Matt and wingless, for sure. So it's yeah, and again, it's just someone that's passionate about barbecue and it shines through.
Yeah, I think I know who this is going to be. Then, who did you learn the most from starting out?
I'm pouring a beer. Definitely, again, I think Matt is just taking me under his wingless wing. He's not so wingless, and just kind of led the way for me. And again, Matt's not. I wouldn't call him a renegade in that way because of his knowledge and because of the way Matt rolls as a chef. But he's not one to run all of these wireless Bluetooth probes and everything, and really taught me the importance of learning to cook by feel and touch. And I often tell my customers that and I really truly believe this with all my cooks and everything. And the more that I understand it and apply it, the better I will be as a pitmaster. But you need to rely on that cook and that feel. Temperature is a guideline. You need to get around that region and get to those points. But it's not the be all and end all. So you need to understand the feel of, and every piece of protein cooks different. Every brisket cooks different. It doesn't matter if they both say ebony and they both weigh 6.3 kilos. They're both going to cook different. So,
next question, Alex.
Oh,
hit me.
Staying with me, is it? Okay, low and slow or hot and fast?
Again, I'm kind of running around the middle with a lot of that now these days. Kind of cruising around that 300 mark, 325. Definitely, I see a lot of.
That's hot and fast.
Yeah, 300. Drop it down though. I'm doing a lot of starting out hot and finishing out a bit lower and slower. So a lot of people think that you can just start out low and then crank the heat after, but I don't like to do that. I kind of like to go the other way. So the same idea, and this is one of the few things I take from the kitchen to barbecue is, searing something off and finishing at a lower temperature in the oven and just creating that outside and getting that whole like that Maillard process going and that caramelization and really setting that bark and then just letting things settle and just do their good stuff. So
nice.
Yeah, short ribs, I like to knock out short ribs fairly hot. And
well, they can take it, can't they?
Yeah,
and mate, aside from the illustrious Alex Lawson, who is the biggest legend in NZ barbecue for you?
Certainly not me.
There's a few of them for sure. Luke, you gotta put Luke up there, and I know that name will always
every
come
time.
up, but I'm pretty sure he won't get tired of hearing it. I was kind of saddened to see that he knocked his beard back a little. So after meat stock, he had lots of talk about beating me out next year. But anyway, so now Luke's a legend, and for what he does for everyone, and to be honest, what he does just to support my business and just to give me the opportunity to be a part of things, to sponsor, to donate, to support. He is what this community is all about. When we first moved to New Zealand, I was 4 years ago next week, actually. And I think there was about 300 or just a few more members on the New Zealand Pitmasters page. And I joined up straight away. And where are we at now?
About 40,000, 38 maybe. Yeah.
Insane. And just overseeing that alone is like, it's ridiculous. But, and the stuff we see him do is nothing compared to the stuff that he does that we don't see. So, And, our mate Caleb that we celebrated on the weekend, he will forever be a legend in barbecue, and his legacy will live on through his beautiful family. It was great to see them and to know that they're going to carry things on. That's exciting, and I look forward to seeing what they're doing. But Caleb just kind of he represented everything that I believe barbecue should be, and that whole barbecue is community, barbecue is family, and nobody, like, he exemplified that. To be honest, on the Sunday after that, a mate of ours was visiting us, and her brother, I didn't realize it, but her brother entered a competition, the last long room competition for the first time. And he had never been in a competition before, him and his mates. And they were put right up beside Caleb. And they said that they learned so much from him in that bit of time. And he took them under their wing, and he didn't know them and they didn't know him. And they had nothing but like amazing things to say from that one experience they had with Caleb. And that's just a testament to the man he was. So definitely that's a legend that will live on. So.
Absolutely.
I'll raise my glass to him, actually. Cheers, Caleb.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Okay, we're almost there. You're almost done. You are done with that beer. Top tip for a newbie barbecuer.
Yeah,
what would your top tip be, apart from shop at Barbecue Boy?
Yeah. Top tip, again, give yourself time. If you're going to rush yourself, you're not going to enjoy the experience. And just make sure you give yourself time for that barbecue, and just make the most of it. If you're not enjoying it, then, like I said, just, you really, it will create stress and panic. And just give yourself time. Plan everything. Be set up. Good to go. And the speed will come later and other things. But just be prepared. Don't challenge yourself too much, and just go with an easy cook. Short ribs, really good one. Pork shoulder, again, good one. So they're quite forgiving and rewarding. You want to be, pleased with it. I get a lot of people that want to do ribs right away, like pork ribs, and oh my God. And it's disappointing for them. And you don't want it to be disappointing, because we all know that everything, like charcoal, isn't exactly cheap. Good cuts of meat aren't cheap. Buying a quality smoker is not cheap. So all these things, so, I mean, I can't blame you if you drink a heap of piss and lose track of the cook. That's on you. But just give yourself time and just have fun with it. Just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And the same thing too. If you're doing competition, fine, do competition. But if you're at home, do not put that pressure of doing competition barbecue for yourself at home. Just cook good family backyard barbecue. So.
Absolutely. That's very sage advice to finish on. And what a fun chat it's been. I think you definitely pushed the boat in terms of the 10 burning questions. That's a high bar that's been set now. We're going to have to think about how we push that up again. But I think it just leaves us to say, Ken, thank you so much for joining us on Barbecue Base. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and I hope you've enjoyed it.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, it's been amazing. I think I've been had some pretty big company before me, so it's a bit humbling to be here now. And I just want to say thank you to you guys, and thank you to everybody that's watching and listening. I know a heap of you have been supporting my business and supporting just me in general and what I'm doing. I've got some great teams under my belt, one of them being Mr. Alex and Burnt Beginnings.
Yeah.
It's part of my stable, and honored to be looking after you. The Cook Cartel, again, young and upcoming team. They're keen, they're excited about food, and it shows. And another team is Ahika. Again, just passionate about food. And if, we heard Harry Sue talk about the purple cow last week. Ahika's found that purple cow in quite a few categories and really challenging flavors and everything. And I just love what they're doing and love their work. And if you look at them and everybody, it's family around them, and it's barbecue, and it's family, and it's community. And that's why I have teams like that under my belt. And, I know, Noel, you took on Blitz Creek recently too, and they're a beautiful grown family now, another addition to the family, and what a legend Joe is. And both of them, like, they're amazing in the pit together. And it's just great to have people like that in barbecue. So I'm just honored and feel fortunate to be a part of it. So thank you all.
Where can people find you? Give the plugs. Let's make sure people are finding you in all the right places.
Yeah. You can see me or find me at Barbecue BOI on Facebook. What am I? It's Barbecue Boy on the BOI again. Also on it's BBQ BOI, I think, on Instagram. That's horrible. I should know it, but to be honest, I'm still on fire. www.bbqboi.co.nz, or just Google Smashblade and hopefully you find me there. So it's we still got Smash Blades going. They've been epic, and I've been excited to sell them to people. So again, thanks for the support with that too. So.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for coming on. Thanks for being part of this. Thanks for pushing the bar up on the old 10 burning questions. Whoever's coming after you has got a very hot seat to fill. And that really wraps us up for another episode. If you like the podcast, please leave us a review, a rating, subscribe, hit all those buttons. If you don't like it, this is Man Meat Barbecue, the podcast. If you do like us, we're barbecue based. And look, stay safe out there, everybody, wherever you are in the world. And we look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Barbecue Base.